Can a Christian smoke pot? It seems like a pretty obvious answer, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as we think it is. 13 states have now legalized marijuana for medicinal purposes. I don't think anybody questions that it will be all 50 before too long, and then states will begin to legalize it recreationally. Breckenridge, Colorado has already legalized it recreationally. And so all of this marijuana use has brought us to ask, what's the church's position on marijuana? And can a Christian smoke pot? And is it any different than taking Vicodin or OxyContin for different illnesses and chronic pain? And that's the issue we want to talk about, as it's very relevant, certainly in the society in which we live here in Colorado. It's on the news every night. It's in the media daily. How are we as the church going to deal with this issue of marijuana? Certainly medical marijuana, but I think in the future recreational marijuana as well.
My name is Floyd Barber. I've been retired for about 5 years because I have a bad back and I can't afford the surgeries. I don't have health insurance. And I just sold a little mobile home park on North College, and I just saw, all the dispensaries opening up, and I had gone in one and I saw the prices, and I've always helped people in the rentals, people needing places to live and not paying rent. No one hardly ever pays rent on time. But anyway, when I saw the prices and everything of the medicines, I figured that there was more people maybe taking advantage of the situation, and I had an opportunity for me and my son to come in here and try and make what a medical marijuana dispensary should be. And it should be not a get-rich-quick little hole in the wall. It should be somewhere where people can come and seek their medicines.
Jesus probably smoked weed.
Alright. What variety is that?
Cotton candy is these three.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then some of these are 911 and blueberry, and
I think it's morally right. I don't have any problem with pot.
Medicinally?
Yeah, I think it's perfect. It's better than anything, like the pharmacy's going to give you.
Okay, so are you Christian?
I'm a Christian, yes.
Okay, and what do you think about the issue of medicinal marijuana?
I actually I have a cousin who is on medicinal.
Okay.
But I do not, for me individually, it's the way it is the law, and that's what I go off of. And I guess with my cousin, she has a way around it. So I don't really agree with it, but that's just the way it is.
So you don't think Christians, given the opportunity to use marijuana for medicinal purposes, should?
I don't think it should.
Okay. Do you guys consider yourselves Christians?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you go to church?
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes.
what do you guys think and you don't have to say where you go to church, but what do you think your church's position on that would be?
Oh, I have no idea.
Don't know.
I don't go to church much.
Probably
They probably frown upon it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, there are better ways to treat your body. I think that's a view at my church. It's not something that you need to live a healthy lifestyle in.
What was your name?
I'm Nick.
Nick? I'm
Yeah.
Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Nick. What was your name?
Sarah.
Sarah? Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Aaron.
Aaron, great to meet you, Aaron. So yeah, what do you guys think about the issue of marijuana, its legalization, and how that relates to Christianity?
Okay. Whew, there's a lot in that question, I guess. I personally, I believe that I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the THC ministry.
No.
But they believe that Christ was anointed people with cannabis oil. And actually it was a major part of Christian religion for a long time. So it's pretty interesting that
With
it's
cannabis oil?
Yeah,
Okay.
cannabis oil, yeah.
Okay.
But it's pretty interesting that it's been so taboo in Christian culture, because I think it's probably more part of Christian culture than most people might assume.
This is Gene. What do you think about the issue?
Well, it's fairly simple. Everything in moderation. That is a fairly basic rule throughout all of life in terms of Christianity, and in terms of the abuse of anything is wrong. The abuse of anything to the extent that your natural responsibilities are being inflicted upon is wrong. Up until that point, the vast, vast majority of things people want to do for relaxation, for fun, for enjoyment are perfectly acceptable as long as it does not infringe upon somebody else's individual personal right.
I think that there is a bad connotation with it, and as a Christian you are supposed to be representing Christ and how he would be living a godly life, and I don't think that society today would agree that by smoking pot you are living a very holy life. As it says, be holy as I am holy. I don't think Christ would go around smoking pot. So.
Gosh, you want to follow me out there and let's go say hi to someone and see why they're here?
Sure.
All right, let's check it out. Hey guys, how are you? A Christian smoke, or why shouldn't a Christian be into this medical marijuana?
Wow, I've debated that with myself for a while.
She's just a customer that
Yeah,
walked in,
and
so.
I have a good personal relationship with God, I think. I talk to him all the time. I know you're not supposed to put harm into your body, but versus the pain that I go through and what the marijuana does for me, I was just telling his son that without it, I'd be crippled up in the bed, and I would have no quality. Sorry, I get a little
I know,
teary-eyed
I do too, my
about it,
God.
because it's like, it's kind of like a miracle. I was just telling him I don't know what it does for me, but I know that it does take down my swelling, which in return, it helps with the pain there. But like I said, I don't know exactly how it works, but
Better
I'm
than pills.
living proof. Yeah, I've been through the Oxycontin, the Vicodin, the bad things that they say that are addicting, and yeah, they are. Been through that, the withdrawals. I've been a medical patient for about 3 years now, and like I said, the difference in my quality of life is unbelievable.
How?
I think it's interesting that the two have to be connected at all. You wouldn't say, like, can you drink a glass of wine and be a Christian? It would never come up, because God drank wine. You would never be like, if God had smoked a joint in the Bible and wine were illegal, it'd be totally different. And I just think that people make the connection, like, because we have taken it upon ourselves to stigmatize it, that we then turn around and say, can you be a Christian and do that? And I don't.
Here's the broader, a little bit more specific question, actually. We do a monthly event called Theology Pub, and we talk about current events, relevant topics, how they relate to Christianity. And so this particular issue, we're asking people, how does pot and Christianity, relate to one another, and is it mutually exclusive for a Christian to smoke pot? Or is it wrong, I should say?
I don't know, because I'm not in that religion, but do what makes you happy. Everybody's going to do it anyway, so you might as well legalize it, because then it'll stop people from going behind people's backs doing it, and then we won't get in so much trouble,
And I see so many patients like her every day, in the 8-9 days I've been open. Sure enough, we have the younger generation. There's a few people that come in there, and I hope they don't ruin it. But for me, my age, I've worked 30 years of my life hard every day, and you probably have too. I appreciate.
Until I got sick. Yeah.
What are you sick with? What were you
I have lupus with rheumatoid arthritis. So a lot of times, my fingers are turning in already. They weren't a few years ago. My thumbs are, they're like real crooked. This one just doesn't work half the time.
So, I think that as sisters and brothers of Christ, that it's important for us to set an example. So, I wouldn't personally think that everyone should go smoke this pot.